Hi guys, Paul here
with Mike.
PABrewNews. Got a beer here that I haven't had from this company in a while. Sly Fox.
I haven't had anything from Sly Fox.
Yeah, if we put another light over there, it's kind of like this one. It'll be all bright.
Still.
I put it in a space to shut it. Turn it
I
off.
was looking right at it.
Here, is this bright? But no, if we do that, it'll have full light in here. So this is a IPA from Sly Fox. Learn how to talk. It's 600 Pounds of Sin. It says, I sat down to my supper. 'Twas a pounder of IPA. It's got this Grateful Dead artwork all over it, which is just vomit-inducing. Not a Grateful Dead fan.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, and I don't
trust.
This might even be some kind of Grateful Dead reference, but I don't.
I don't understand. No.
I'm just not into that jam band scene.
I'm not into that like worthless hippie. You know what I mean?
Like I said, Touch of Grey was an awesome music video.
Well, there you go. See,
Touch of Grey.
I mean,
everybody gets one.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see like a Grateful Dead sticker on someone's car, I just want the car to crash.
See him, man.
You know, no fucking loser, great druggy piece of shit. Anyway, so let's get into the beer. Oh, that's a good way to start this off. Carlsberg, what a bad beer.
I'm not going to be able to.
It's got a different smell to it already, and I hope this isn't hazy. I'll be so happy just to not have a hazy beer for once. It doesn't look hazy. It looks hop hazy, but not hazy.
It could be the glasses that haven't been used.
Well, there's Dirty Glass Mafia for sure, but
this is the first time I think I've used these since I've gotten them over.
Now here's the problem. Here's a big problem that I saw. This is in date, but it's out of date next month on the 28th. So this is an older beer already, and I can almost smell a confectionery sugar sweetness coming out of it. But this is actually hazy. This is a hazy beer. No, this is a hazy beer.
There's some haze in it.
I didn't expect it to be this. I was hoping it was going to be more just like a regular hop haze, but no, this is a cloudy, hazy beer. The sad thing I don't like about it is there's no information on this thing at all, except for the fact that it's 6.5.
There's a lot of sediment in mine.
So,
you see it? Like, it's hazy, but
it is hazy.
Hold it up to that light and like.
Yeah, there's a lot of floaties.
Yeah,
there's a lot of floaties. Soft carbonation. You can see through it when you put it up to the light, so it's not unclear for years.
That light is also very bright.
It is also very. He knows it's bright.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it's a very bright light. This little light of mine. So, but it is hazy. Let's see. We'll get a nose out of it. Cheers.
Pineapple.
It's like a pineapple apricot weird thing. Yeah.
Pineapple.
It's that confectionery sugar sweetness.
It smells pretty good, actually.
It's a lot of pineapple. I hate pineapple,
fruity.
But very a lot of pineapple.
That's really all.
I've never had a beer that this is screaming pineapple this much before.
Not like this.
Usually it's like the undertone coming through pineapple, like, mixing like this is
unless they're like specifically going for it, but I'm getting a lot of pineapple.
It's 100 pounds of pineapple. 600 pounds of sin, 100 pounds of pineapple. This is just pineapple through and through.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Dinky, dinky. Don't break your glass this time. Smash. That's watery. It's not. It's a little bit of a watery back to it. High side of it, maybe a low mouthfeel. I'm not getting a lot of pineapple in the taste. Little earthy bitterness on the back end. A little breadiness.
Almost like some of the Stone series stuff, some of that Stone stuff from years and years ago. Like, what was that? It had like one that was like an earthy IPA kind of thing.
There is a hint of a soft grapefruit in the front. Maybe a piff of a tropical, like a piffy tropical fruit, maybe like a clementine, tangerine kind of tonality, but very subtle. Mixing it with that little bit of grapefruit. Where the hell did the pineapple go?
I don't know. It's not there.
It's fucking pineapple in the nose, and it's
really
not,
pineapple.
I was expecting, like, okay, I'll drink this, and maybe I'll get acclimated to the pineapple, and I'll enjoy it. There's no fucking pineapple.
It's kind of thin. It kind of cuts right down.
It just goes right down the palate.
But it's funny.
Wait. There was the pineapple. There was a little bit right there.
When you burp.
Yeah, it came out. So there it is.
Just happened to me. It's funny because this isn't super high ABV. It's 6.5.
6.5, yeah.
But the alcohol taste on the back of it is kind of like that warmth from the alcohol is
You get a little warmth?
fairly prevalent for something that's 6.5. Like I can taste it, which at this point I don't usually expect that anymore. It doesn't happen too much. Usually
Well, there's usually so much other different complex things happening in a lot of these IPAs. Well, this is, I don't know, it's haze, bro. There's a little bit of haze to it, but this tastes like a very typical old school IPA. It has a confectionery sugar sweetness bordering onto the aged IPA side, which I'm not a fan of. Remember back in the day, we used to drink all these old IPAs because you couldn't get fresh IPAs.
You used to get whatever.
It's reminiscent of that. It's not. There's nothing offensive about this.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It's a fine beer. There's nothing offensive about it. It is an IPA. It's ticking the boxes. It could have way more tropical fruit notes, though.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Yeah.
Now, that earthy bitterness is nice. There's
There's
no medicinal pill.
There was a stone. I think it was a stone. Maybe their Epic series from what that would have been.
Oh, one of the 12
years ago. 12
Yeah.
years ago.
Because
And
11 was the chili, and then 12 was
yeah.
the.
One of them had. Excuse me. It was an IPA, I believe, but it had a real earthy, just dirty back on it, and I hated it when I first tried it. Then it kind of grew on me as I was drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
And the front of this reminds me of that.
Okay.
Whatever that stone was. But it's got that. You know what? Actually, it might even be. We might actually have that beer review. If you go way back to the beginning of these, when we were doing them in your kitchen that one night, however damn long ago
that was a long time ago.
I think we might have actually reviewed that beer.
That one specific beer. It's traditional in aspect. It's a little bit aged IPA in aspect.
Mm-hmm.
It's a substandard IPA that is drinkable, but it doesn't offend you, but it doesn't wow you.
Yeah, I think it's for somebody that likes IPAs, knows enough about craft beer and has enough of a palate that they like IPAs, but they're still not super into the craft
bitterness
micro
that's lingering on the palate is borderlining that medicinal pill on the tongue, though. I meant that, and I don't like that. That's bad. If you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. But it's not full scale.
But I think somebody like that would really
just
benefit from these. I'm still really getting into stuff, but I know I like these things.
This takes me back 10 years when I bought an IPA off the shelf that was already 3 months past its date.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. It doesn't taste bad, and I spent many years drinking them. So I will definitely finish this. We have 2 more, unfortunately. We dumped the rest in, actually. We just dumpy. It didn't pour out as hazy as it came into the bottle, into the glass, though. I didn't expect that level of haze when I was pouring it.
The sediment really surprised me.
It looked clearer when you were pouring it until you actually got it into the glass. You're like, oh, fuck. Well, look at that.
I don't know about you, but that really... I was not expecting to see a lot of that. Usually, when I drink wheat beers and Belgians.
Well, they're more just a clear haze, yeah. But, or a smooth haze.
Yeah.
No, there is a lot. Well, that's going to be hop sedimentation wafting around in there, so it's heavily hopped. However, the hops have, for instance, let me just showcase a beer from New York right here. I was learning to see. This was fucking awesome when I got this. I reviewed this in April when it was canned, and it was banging. Less than a month and a half later, I bought another 4-pack. It fell on its fucking ass. It really did. It went from a 9 out of 10 to a 5.
Wow.
And maybe this did the same exact thing because, like I said, this is Best Buy out of date next month already. So this is fresh on the shelf, but it's not fresh, if you know what I mean. And in this complex day and age, if you're more than a month old, you're a drain pour. I mean, that's the way a lot of people.
Which is funny because really you can keep beer for so long.
You can keep beer so long, but at the same, this is a good example of how beer can fall flat on its face within a month's time.
But
because it's the strains of hop they're using and stuff, and beer has changed. Well, back in the day, you could keep a beer on the shelf for a million years, and it was an IPA, and we still keep some IPA.
Yeah, but I mean, there's even there's a lot of beers that as long as you're keeping them in a cool-ish dark place, they're gonna be fine. You're not keeping them in the light. But I really blame a lot of like Anheuser-Busch and Coors and InBev and stuff because they started putting all those like born-on dates on beers and like expiration dates on beers, and then people were like, "Oh, this beer's no good anymore." I'm like, "It's beer, it's fine."
Well, you can drink it, but that doesn't mean you're getting the highest quality.
Yeah,
of beer
it might not taste quite as good, but it's not going to be bad.
Well, when you're the only time that you're going to have this conversation with me is when you're talking about IPAs. That's it.
Fair.
If you want the most bombastic, tropical, bursting flavor fruit in your face,
well, yeah, then yeah, you
want to get it within the first.
Sure,
month.
you want it real fresh.
Other than that, we all know that beer. We all basically know, especially if you watch the channel, older beer is better beer.
Typically, yeah.
Unless you're talking about IPAs. Other than that, I like old beer. Like I want beer that's a million years old.
People are like, "Oh, this IPA is no good. It's past its expiration date." I'm like, you realize the reason why they made IPAs was so that they would keep. Yeah, like it's gonna be fine.
Yes. And that's where it goes into. Yes, it's an alcoholic beverage you can drink, but you're not. But if you're looking for the most bombastic,
if you're looking for something like
because we're not drinking it to store across country anymore.
Sure,
we're drinking it to get. We bastardize the style.
Yeah.
We bastardize the style to get the most hop intensive beers possible. So, but that's what we are now. That's what the game has changed.
That's where the market's at.
Yeah, the game has changed. Now I just bought, but the only thing that is downside, if you drink really nice, hugely hot beers real quick, you'll burp cucumbers. You get that vegetal stuff. I don't like that. I just had a beautiful beer from News Trail Brewing Company, a hazy double IPA, hammock IPA. It's up on the channel right now. I'm a quick boy. I had to go. I was like, ooh, better get this up quick. Because sometimes I review like a brand new beer I just got, and then 6 months later I post it. Not so good. But that was beautifully hopped. Huge fucking, you know what I mean? Good stuff.
It's funny too because people are always looking for like more and more hops and like higher IBUs, but
that's what we do.
You get diminishing returns, and eventually it doesn't matter. Like you could have like 600 bajillion IBUs. It doesn't matter.
After 500, your palate can't sense
it. It doesn't matter.
Because back when you were doing the bartending, we had the McKellar 1000 hop IPA there.
Yeah.
And we does
and we're like
1000 IBU.
It's really hoppy.
Yeah. I'm getting hops. I'm getting bitterness, and that was all about bitterness. You wanted the hop bite, the greenness, bitterness, but it wasn't the same tropical fruit compounds that you get in beer today.
Yeah, people are looking to make that bitter fruit flavor, but like it's the IPA world has definitely shifted a lot over the last 10, 15
See, the
years.
thing is, like, we're more, as a society, we're more ignorant than we've ever been because we run on hashtags and statements without actually understanding what we're doing. Yeah. But as far as knowing what you're drinking is, we have an internet right here that we can always look at.
Correct, yeah.
So if it said, this has Citra, Tomahawk, Simcoe, this and this, we could have been like, okay, I'm expecting from the Tomahawk a real solid earthy bitterness. From this, I'm expecting this. Because you can look at the hops and see what it's going to give you.
You can get certain flavors out of the hops and everything.
And then if you drink it, you go, whoa, nailed it. Or what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, so, but unfortunately, you could have spared some of this poncy, crappy, I drive a beat up BMW van or whatever the fuck. VW van.
This beer is an appropriate beer for a Grateful Dead fan.
Oh yeah, actually you're right. It's crap. But because they don't have a good job.
I'll
or
put it next to my Trooper.
No, you should put this next to your Pearl Jam.
Next to the Pearl Jam, which is
that was a letdown too.
That was a horrible letdown. God damn you, Dogfish Head.
This is a beer that I guess you get 600 pounds of hops or Sin. You think you're going to have 600 pounds of hop. It should be a hop explosion.
I was expecting more out of it, I suppose. That's not even true. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just talking shit.
It's one of those ones. It's the first Sly Fox beer we've had in a long time.
It's the first Sly Fox beer we've had in a long
time. And here's
the
thing: it says it's from Pottstown. It used to be Phoenixville, and then it was Collegeville. Now it's Pottstown. Maybe they're brewing out of all locations. Maybe they expanded themselves too much. I don't know. But gay ass artwork, I think personally, because I don't like Grateful Dead or any hippie stuff. But the 600 Pounds of Sin IPA would just automatically, and it's marketing. Marketing made me think it's going to be a hop explosion, and it was just kind of a generic, crappy, off the shelf, a little bit past its 8, even though it's in the Best Buy.
It's a
IPA.
5.5.
It's a 5 out of 10.
It's a 5.5.
Yeah, It's a 5 out of 10 beer. Yeah, it's
Slightly above average.
No, I wouldn't go 5.
Because I always go lager is 5, so I'll give it 5.5 for an IPA. It's slightly above average.
I drink this. I mean, I would like to see this fresh.
Like real fresh.
Real fresh.
Real
Within
fresh.
a month. Like I would like to see, because I think this fell flat quick.
Yeah.
I would like to see what this tasted like a month after it got canned, instead of now, because you guarantee this is a 6 months can date, so this is 5 months old right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see this at the 1 month area, but at the 5 month area, I'll give this a 6 out of 10.
All right.
It's not horrible.
5.75 total then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like 5.75 out of 10 right now for the 600 Pounds of Sin from Sly Fox Brewing Company. Unfortunately,
It's a good name.
It's
The name's
600
catchy.
pounds of beer, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I think the name is catchy.
600 pounds of letdown. I don't know. I don't even know what the fucking name means. Like I don't know.
Like I said, we were talking, like, maybe it's a Grateful Dead reference that we just don't get.
The one thing I did find
'cause I
amusing,
don't listen to
did
Fish and
you
shit
read
like
the
that.
bottom of the can? It says something right there where the date is. Don't murder. Don't murder me. Now, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe they were, I mean, maybe with the name and that, they were planning on a different theme
Yeah.
for this beer, and then they decided.
Unfortunately,
Grateful
I'm
Dead.
not musically educated in the Grateful Dead genre, so I think I'm missing a lot of
You wanna
very
talk
clever things.
Classic rock music.
Yeah.
Or metal, or,
Yeah.
you know.
We could
even
talk
like,
about that.
Even
I
like
can go
rockabilly,
rock,
like.
oldies. I can do all that
oldies,
stuff,
like,
but
yeah,
but when
but
you in that
Start
that
getting into jam band
but
stuff.
once you get into that Grateful Dead bubble, you lose me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like the Eagles. So there you go. Anyway, 'twas a pounder of IPA. I wouldn't want to drink a pounder of IPA. I mean, this is what they consider a pounder can.
Yeah.
And I don't. This could have came in a 12 ouncer.
Yeah, 12 ounce would have been.
That would have been fine by me.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't get it at the 1 month area. I got it at the 5 month area. So, but I think this is a great example of brewing company. So we have 2 examples right in front of us. Maybe 3 because of Helltown too that we didn't talk about right now, but it's on the channel. It'll be on the channel soon. Something's going on with these hop strains or stuff, and shit is falling flat on his face really quick. So maybe that should be at some point in time talked about in the brewing community to see how that can be changed. So anyway, because nothing that we drank back 5 years ago is the same thing anymore. Because now they get different strains and blends and stuff. And the Simcoe and stuff like that we used to drink back in the day is now copyrighted, so nobody can make it.
Yeah.
So now it's
All
different
kinds of
strains
weird
and
shit.
blends and this and hybrids and shit. So like, it's not just I just want 3 pounds of this. You're not going to get the 3 pounds of that hop that you drank 6 years ago.
Yeah. No,
So and that's the weird thing. But anyway, this was a pretty long ranty
a
video.
little bit.
Yeah, it's all right. It gives us our thoughts and some insights on some other things. But yeah, we're just giving a 5. We'll go 5.5. Solid 5.5 for the 5-month-old 600 Pounds of Sin from Sly Fox from Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, smoking Pottsville. So this has been Paul.
And Mike.
PABrewNews. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Dad. Wait, that camera